Yeah, welcome to the Hear Me Out podcast, man. Yeah, what's good, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I'm Jordan. I'm Jordan.
One of your hosts, Howard.
Real nigga Nette here.
We got real nigga Nette right here.
Yo, bitch, cheat on you?
Hear Me Out podcast.
Just like that. And then when I come up to you, try
Yeah. Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast. I'm Jordan. And to the left of me, welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm back. Glad to be back.
Hold on, I got a whole lot of introduction for you.
All right,
hold on. All right, hold on. To the left of me, welcome back. I once referred to her as the credibility of the podcast. She has her bachelor's in psychology on her way to getting her master's. Okay, PV alone. All right. What's it called? I refer to her as my big homie, my big sister. You know, Black excellence personified. Real nigga Nette, welcome her back, man. Welcome her back, man.
Great introduction.
Clap, 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 clap.
You should do that every time.
How you been, man? The people might want to know. I mean, unless you want to tell them, you don't want them in your business, stuff like that.
Oh, you know, I'm an open book to an extent. I'm an open book with some page covers. You know, I get a lot of covers in there. But you know, I've been good. Mental is content. You know, I'm living my best life. I'm in a relationship. I'm not gonna
Hey, by the way, I beat the allegations. Yeah, I beat the allegations. By the way, she been ducking that smoke for a cool minute. I'm just gonna let that be known.
Anyways,
Ducking that
I'm
smoke
in
for
a
a cool
great,
minute.
healthy relationship, a godly centered relationship. As we said in the previous pods, that's what I want, and that's what I got by the grace of God. You know, had to wait, had to pray. You know, sometimes you just need a little prayer. You just gotta wait, and God brings them forward.
That's good. That's good. That's
So,
good.
You know, I'm content
Well,
right now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Well, this is y'all's first time seeing her since the last time. You know, we shot a podcast a couple weeks ago. Footage got corrupted. You know, it was
Great
It was a good
content.
podcast. We talked
Content.
Talked about Michael Jackson.
Straight in the trash.
Straight
in the trash.
Straight but trash.
Straight in the trash.
Oh, straight in the trash. Oh yeah, it was really tragic. I'm not gonna lie. I was up for a minute that night. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, we talked about Michael Jackson. We talked about how Michael Jackson wouldn't be Michael Jackson without Joe Jackson. You know, like,
AKA physical abuse.
Yeah.
But
Wait, what?
We're gonna talk about that later.
Wait. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that later. We're gonna ask y'all on y'all's opinion, and you know, obviously y'all see we're missing a person today. He's dealing with some, you know, he's handling business, you know. But you know, his presence always here. You know what I'm saying? His presence always here. But you know, yeah, talk about Michael Jackson, all that other stuff. Talk about the Olympics. Oh, by the way, before we move on, I had to make sure I say this. I had to make sure it was like it gets in the video. Shout out to
recycle what he said. Go ahead.
Shout out to the U.S. Women's National Team, man. You know, bringing the gold back to the United States. You know what I'm saying? Good job. And I want to give a special shout out to the beautiful Trendy Rodman. They good. You did your thing. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. I'm proud of you. You know? But we're going to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep pushing. We also talked about politics a little bit. You know? We don't really talk about politics that much, but we're going to talk about it later today anyways, because, you know, the debate happened on Tuesday. But, you know.
Did you watch it?
I did.
I didn't watch all of it, not gonna lie.
I watched most of it. I watched it from like almost beginning to the end, to the very end.
I just watched like TikTok clips of it, not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was playing the game, like it was in the background. But like I was still paying attention though. Like the people on the game with me, like, cause you know 2K just dropped. Had to play 2K. But yeah, we was playing 2K. Had the thing in the background. They was talking about it too, cause they was watching it. So you know we was all like into it. For our first time really voting too, it was just crazy. Like we was really like into it. So you know.
But it's your first time gonna vote?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know,
but you've been
Big
18
20.
for like 2 years now.
Two years. Yeah, a presidential election happens 4 years, right? Every term is 4 years.
Oh yeah, that's true. Never mind.
Exactly. Look at you. She be
I
so quick to correct somebody too.
Anyway,
She be so quick to correct somebody. But we're gonna talk about that later because you know, first thing first, you know, we always talk about our biblical lessons or our church recap. Obviously, not obviously all, but we're recording this on a Saturday. You know, we usually have church on Sunday. But you know, did you want to talk about what you learned about last week or like throughout the week or anything?
Well, I'm gonna start going to this new church tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it online first, get a feel for it before I go. But I'm trying to find a new church home that's close. So we're gonna see how that goes tomorrow. But me and my boo, We read the Bible, and we just finished the whole book of John, and it was good. Like God, like Jesus had a lot of miracles in that one book, and there's a lot of miracles that was unspoken of. So it was just interesting because, like, even throughout the miracles, people were still not believing what he did. Even like seeing it like eye to eye, they still didn't believe. And it's just like, even in the book itself, it was like a metaphor that was said, like, even the people that can see are still blind, and some of the people that are blind can see. So, like, especially with the blind man that he healed, like, he believed in Jesus without even being able to see this physically, and he would still believed in him, like, spiritually. But people could see, people saw Jesus in the book and still didn't believe the miracles. And so it's just mind-blowing how people still don't believe. And then it was just talking about how people, like, his disciples are going to be hated on in this world because of trying to spread the miracles and the belief in Jesus. And it just reminds me of, like, today's society, a lot of people feel that, like, Christian people are boring, or they can't have fun, or it's a boring lifestyle because of what they believe in. But it's like, the more you believe, the more at peace you are. Like, that's probably why I feel more at peace, like, since, like, the last few years ago. I feel more at peace because, like, I've been walking with God rather than worrying about stuff that's around me that's a distraction. Speaking of distraction. Speaking of distraction.
Don't get
Let's go back to the Olympics. Let's go back to the Olympics because of distraction. Like, did we not see how they opened up the Olympics with the whole...
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, I support, Jesus loves all, so I'm gonna love all. But I'm not gonna support the ignorance behind the stuff that they do. And it was just weird. And it's just like all distractions. Because what they gotta do with the Olympics? Like, I can see you open up to something dealing with sports or dealing with diversity. And that was very diverse. I don't know if y'all saw it with all the people at the table. Like, it was Jesus and disciples and all of their little LGBTQ plus A through Z.
That was wild.
But
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was a lot going on.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the whole thing. I think I forgot what I had to do that day, but I remember my mom was watching it downstairs. I just went ahead. I left. I had to do something, but I remember I was like, "Dang, that's tough." That was crazy.
So it's a lot.
That was crazy. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna lie, John, I might have to read that after I'm done reading Paul's letters because I'm not gonna lie, it sounds good.
John is good.
Yeah, it sounds good. But I'm not gonna lie, because what I was gonna say kind of goes hand in hand with what you had to say. What my biblical lesson was, I said, those who are obedient get rewarded. So, Romans 8:13 says, "For if we live according to the flesh, you will die. But if by the Spirit you put to death the misdeeds of the body, you will live." And you can take that as literal as you want. I kind of take it as you can live while alive. You can still, I don't want to say be dead, but you're not going to be like, lively, if that makes sense. Because I remember I saw something, and this really kind of sparked up the whole thing this week. I saw something on the podcast called the Pivot Podcast. Do you know what the Pivot Podcast is?
I think I've seen it.
It's like the sports one.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe I might have seen a little bit of it, but not too much.
Oh, well, some of the viewers, they might know. But yeah, so like they had Chad Ochocinco on there, and basically he was talking about how he had everything, right? Or he, not everything, but he had, a good lifestyle, good, good amount of stuff that he had around him. Then all of a sudden, everything got taken away because, he did something bad during his career, blah, blah. And he said he's feeling like everything's coming back to him. And it feels like God's testing him, but he's trying to test him to see if he was going to make the same mistakes he did last time he had all of that stuff. And he said this time he's being more obedient, and with that being said, he's been more blessed, more blessings coming into him. So it's kind of just like, I took that into effect because I'm not going to lie, I feel like recently, or not recently, but at least during the summer, I was very so much, I wasn't as obedient as I should have been. You know what I mean? And so, and with that being said, I felt like I said earlier, I was alive, but it was real, inside, like mentally, it wasn't like the most. What's the word? It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best state it could possibly be at. You know what I mean? I really felt like it was real down for most of the summer. But yeah, with that being said, it was just like I had to really learn. Okay, you had to start being more obedient, reading the word more, this, down, the third. Cause I really feel like I fell off consistency too. You know what I'm saying? Consistency with a lot of things, including like reading the word and things of that nature. But yeah, I felt like I wasn't being as obedient as I should be. And even with the little things, I'm not even talking about like the major, like, oh, like this obvious you need to be obedient with that. I'm talking about like the small things. It really affects you. Like, oh, like what's the word? Just probably being more at peace, not, you know what I'm saying, lashing out, things of that nature, stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've really been more, what's the word? I've been more self-disciplined in the past couple of weeks while I've been in college. I feel like I've been more aware of like how I'm reacting to things and how I take things, like, you know what I'm saying, just like things that happen around me. You know, like maybe something didn't go right. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I think that's gonna be the best years that you're gonna like kind of learn yourself is in college.
mm-hmm.
That's where I learned myself. Like even like with just like the HBCU experience and just college experience in general is like you're learning about peer pressure. You learn about your self identity, and it's just like everybody has their own self identity they're looking forward to, and it's just like you just seeing everybody else's, and then it's like you're comparing yourself to them, comparing their how they were raised to how you were raised, and like just like being a black person, being a man, like that's gonna be something that you gonna like all those different small factors you're gonna be comparing something to, and then after all that it's like okay, on a spiritual level, like on what you gonna compare it to, because it's real different. Like I was culture shock going to PB. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of black people. And then it was like, there's a lot of pro-black people, like people that really like just advocate for black people. And I was like, was I one of those people that like didn't really care about my own race, or was like, you know? And there's just like so many different things, because like there's a church on campus too, and just seeing other people like be within God in your like culture and everything, it's just mind blowing. It's just different, and it's just like okay, what, like you just kind of like questioning like who am I type person. Definitely. So I think it's definitely gonna be helpful. Like I feel like college is a good experience. Like even if people are not like into books and stuff, I feel like college is still like a good experience. Even if you're going for like general studies or something like basic, yeah, I feel like it's a good experience.
Nah, because I definitely had the decision to like stay at home and like just commute, but I feel like I wanted to be more on campus, just learn more, living on my own. Yeah, like without, you know what I'm saying, my parents and stuff like that. So like that's the main reason why I'm like even on campus and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really, I'm not gonna lie, it's been an experience. It's definitely been an experience. I'm not gonna lie to you. But one of my goals right now really is to try to form myself into being a man that my kids will be proud of. And like I don't have kids right now, but it's kind of like I'm kind of thinking like, okay, I want to be more so like my kids can look at me and be like, okay, he has integrity, he has honesty, you know what I'm saying, he does this, and they be a good example for them too, like you know what I'm saying, live up to and things of that nature, you know what I mean? Like just I want to be a good dad for them, you know what I mean?
Think about that. How far are you thinking about, like a few couple of years?
I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I'm definitely not ready right now. I know I'm not ready right now.
Jordan, like, father of the year, 2027.
2027 is wild. Nah, but like I'm really trying to like learn how to be a better, like, you know what I'm saying, just better person in general. Like I want to be that person where like people can look at and be like, okay, I can count on him. He's honest. There's things of that nature, blah blah. And that's why I was even talking about like even the little things, even like the small lies. It's kind of like, nah, let me just go ahead and just be straightforward with like. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to be around the bush anymore. At certain points,
it's like you don't even care that you like to tell the truth at that point. Like I have no point in lying. Like I don't even. I'm be at the point where like yeah, the truth might hurt, but I'm at the point where I don't even care to lie no more. Like it takes more to lie than it is to tell the truth.
Yeah. So, and it's only going to dig you in the big. Hear me out. Like even with that, it's like you might be in a temporary. It might please you temporarily. But in the long term, you might dig yourself in a bigger hole than you really need to be. And that's what he even talks about, like, you know what I'm saying, just doing what's right is going to be better for you in the long haul. Like, maybe in the short term, you probably think, like, okay, I'll be all right right now. But, like, in the long haul, it's going to be like, hold on, I probably should have did this differently. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, that was I ain't gonna lie, that's how I learned that this week. That was, like, my main takeaway. You have any more questions, comments, concerns, anything?
Questions, comments, concerns. Wow, been in school for like 2 weeks. And questions, comments, concerns.
Got any more questions, comments, concerns?
All right, we'll see you next Tuesday from 4 to 5:20.
Hey,
like,
man.
That's crazy. Already in professor mode.
It's crazy because most of my classes are online. It's not even like I'm not even going to class in person.
Yeah, questions, comments, concerns. The email the professor. Email the AI or IA, whatever they call. IA instructor. Well, they call it for us. IA instructor.
I was gonna say, I've never heard. I was gonna say I ain't never heard no IA before. I was gonna be quick to correct you.
But while we on the topic of God, you gotta go see the movie The Forge.
I've heard about it.
It's such a good movie.
Last week I was driving home and like I was listening to this podcast with one of the actors named Priscilla
She like an older lady?
Huh?
She like an older lady?
Older black, but she don't look that old to be honest with you.
But she's in the movie?
Yeah, she's in the movie.
Okay, so I know
she's like the mom, I think, something like that.
Maybe, I can't remember.
But yeah, she's in the movie. She talked about it, and like I've seen the reviews. I'm not gonna lie, I think I saw like 9.9 out of 10 on like Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't know, y'all want to give us some promo for promoting it, but The Forge, gotta go see it. It's so good. It's all about discipleship and fellowship and just turning your life around. It's so good. Like, I almost cried. Like,
I definitely want to check it out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely do. But yeah, so let's go ahead, move on.
He has his handy dandy notebook. He's in Blue's Clues. Literally Blue's Clues. He's Steve.
I got me a notebook. Look, got HMO right there.
This is literally him.
HMO right there. Cause hear me out. I be feeling like I be leaving out a couple things that I really want to say, and then like I be watching the podcast back. I be like, dang, I forgot to say that. Blah, blah, blah.
That's how I be when I'm in the shower. I be like, dang.
Yeah. I be like, I forgot to say that.
I could have said that.
So, like, and you know, we record with my phone. So, it's kind of like, I had to, like, let me go ahead and give me a notebook, write the stuff down, you know what I'm saying, date it out, things like that.
Give me a notebook.
You had to. You know what I'm saying?
Here.
Yeah, I had to do that. Wait, what? Steve is crazy.
Steve is a striped shirt.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad being a black Blue's Clues person.
I feel like Jordan would be a good name. Yeah, they definitely would let you.
I wouldn't be.
Those Joe or Steve, they might have to change the name up. It got to be something like.
Has there ever been a black Blue's Clues person?
No, it's been white, and then now it's an Asian person.
Hear me out. Hey, this is my promo. If y'all need a black Blue's Clues person, I'm your guy. I got you.
I don't think they need a black person.
Nah, we need Blue's Clues.
What?
You see all these kids all these days? We need Blue's Clues.
Well, that's what Gracie's Corner for, I guess.
But that's not saving them. That's saving.
It's doing something. It's letting them eat their veggies. It's letting them count.
Shout out Veggie Dance, man. Like, shout out Veggie Dance, man.
All the kids are on that. Like, shout out. It went from Coco Melon to Rachel's Corner or whatever that thing is, and then Gracie's Corner, and now we up here. We up here. We got a Bluey is hey. Bluey is a good show.
Bluey,
like,
bro.
I'm trying to tell you, I be watching that on my downtime. Not gonna lie. It's a good show. Bluey is really for the parents to watch with their kids. I don't got no kids yet, but they be talking about some good things on there, parental wise. Like, they be having some good things on there. They just need to have another show for black people or like any culture of brown people.
Don't they got shows for like black people? I'm not sure.
They got some Disney Plus things, but it's like you gotta have the streaming. Well, I mean, at this point, everybody got a streaming.
We got Lil Bill.
But he's like the black version of Caillou. Like, he was bad. Lil Bill was bad.
Lil Bill wasn't bad. He was just curious.
Like Curious George. Okay. Like,
but Curious George was bad. I look at Curious George, I'm like, he's just an innocent little monkey.
Lil Bill was good. Not gonna lie, Lil Bill was good.
He was good. He was just curious. He was a very curious child. You know, like we all were.
But now in these days, we're gonna need another show that's gonna talk about like how to deal with these kids that are like exposed to everything that's going on right now. Like, it's so much that these kids are getting exposed to these days that they're gonna need another show on how to tone that down. Cause no kid should be knowing what pop that is and all this extra. Like it's just some things out there that we don't.
What we pop?
What are they popping?
What they popping?
What are they popping?
Wait, whoa,
They're not popping
that's
balloons.
crazy. That's wild.
So I'm just like, what are they talking about?
We can at
How
least
these
make it
kids
more
don't
subliminal.
know? How these kids don't know they're singing?
We can at least make it more subliminal. Like back in the day, I remember like
these kids are singing the Kendrick pedophile song and they don't even know what a pedophile is.
They
like,
are.
why are you singing about?
They singing it proud too with their chest. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they sing it with their chest. They dance to it and everything. They don't even know what you talking about for real.
Literally.
But what can we do? It's the new generation. Hopefully they watch the Hear Me Out podcast. Maybe we can be a good influence.
Yeah, I think we're a pretty good influence to the community.
Yeah, I've been told I'm a very good guy, so I'm gonna hang on that. So, but let's get into the topics, man. So, presidential debate was on Tuesday.
All I heard about was, I just heard about like a lot of factual checking that they did on Kamala. And how I just keep seeing TikTok. Like, people are not serious. That's how much this world is a distraction. Like, distracted.
I think it's like 5. I'm counting.
Distracted.
6.
Like,
I'm counting.
It's just funny. Like, on TikTok, it's really funny how people, like, make things a joke out of stuff. Because that's the only way that we're going to get through in this world with struggles is through jokes. But it's just like how Trump was talking about they're eating cats and dogs and whatever. I heard about that, and then they was trying to fact check Kamala. Is it Kamala? Kamala? Oh, was I saying Camilla?
You said Camilla.
I did say Camilla. That's
you
good.
did. It's either Kamala or Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I just say whatever in my head at the moment.
That's true. I think it's Kamala. I think it's Kamala Harris. But she was talking about the gun thing, and they were trying to say, oh, she wasn't trying to take back guns. She was trying to take the guns that are not needed, like not self-defense type guns, but the guns are like more militia related. But I don't know. I just feel like all debates be like they just arguing about nothing. What you feel?
I feel like, watching it live, right? It was crazy because I was on the game, Didn't know at the time, but it was a Trump supporter while I was on the game. Mm-hmm. And you know me, I'm pro-black, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh yeah, let's go Kamala. And he was saying some things that was like, hold on, wait, let me. And I started really paying attention more. I was like, let me actually like make sure I'm understanding this.
Some people saying Trump did really do some good stuff for the community when he was president.
Some people are saying that. It's just
people are looking at his past, which you can't really ignore. But
I also heard people debunk what other people say about Trump and how the good stuff he did. Like, I ain't gonna lie, because I remember I had a conversation before the Lost Pod. I had a conversation with one of our friends, you know what I'm saying? He was talking about how, like, Trump wasn't that bad. He did this, that, and the third. So, oh, okay. And then when we were sitting here in the Lost Pod, Jay was talking about it. Jay was like, nah, this, that, and the third happened, this, that. And he was like, I was like, hold on. I was like, I'm getting more information.
I feel like it's going to be disadvantages, advantages to every president. Like, there's always going to be some that people are not going to like. Some people that I don't think it's not going to be for everybody. Just how, like, if they make taxes go up, it's not going to hurt the rich people because they already got much money, so it's not going to hurt them as much. But us low class, middle class, it's going to hurt because who want to get that much money up when we barely got it?
I'm thinking of it like this because I want to see, like I said, it's on the Lost Pod, I want to see something different. I've seen Trump, I've seen Biden. The most part, the majority of the past decade wasn't the best, especially politically in our political state. You know what I'm saying? In our economy. I want to see what someone else can bring to the plate. You know what I'm saying? To make things a little bit better. You know what I mean? And I feel like Trump's best argument when I was watching it, because he kept bringing this up, was how Kamala and Biden was the worst president, vice president, because he was trying to put Biden's choices on Kamala, and and she made it clear like we're two different people.
Yeah,
we're two different people. This, that, and third, and like we have no, what's the word? We're not in the right place to say whether or not she was making the decisions, because we don't know what happened behind closed doors. But just like, as of right now, I'm taking it as though like Biden was in office. We trying to see what Kamala do. She's gonna bring something new. So like that's what my mindset is. Also too, it felt like Trump didn't know what he was talking about a little bit.
I feel like it's always like that.
Yeah, because I remember hear me out. This is a perfect example because I was looking at it when this happened. I think he was asked about healthcare and private healthcare and stuff like that. And you know how Obama had Obamacare and things of that nature. He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something like that, that could work." Blah blah blah. Then he was asked how is he gonna do that. Mm-hmm. His answer was basically, "I don't know." His answer was basically
that's how it was with Kamala Harris. Like, I saw a video about her. They asked her, "What you gonna do about inflation?" And she said, "Well, inflation is hurting everybody. It's something that we can't. It's something that we can't
like
run from, and it's hurting everybody. It's hurting people's homes. But at the end of the day, she still didn't answer the question on how she's gonna help it. She just basically repeated what inflation was. Like, we don't know. Yes, prices are rising. It's hurting the community. It's hard to pay for stuff. Like,
that's
people's rents are going up, but the job's paycheck is not going up. So it's like it's not helping. But she didn't really answer on how she gonna help that. She just explained what inflation was again. Like, just say you don't know. Just say you don't know.
Nah, they can't do that though, because they got put on the front for the people. Like, I mean, hear me out, because I ain't gonna. A lot of people gonna look at it. They're not even gonna listen to what she's saying. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, she answered," and she answered in a very extensive, extensive
but
way.
As soon as somebody be a president, they can be like, "Well, they didn't help. They said it was going to do this." No, they did it. They didn't say anything. Actually,
y'all wasn't listening.
They didn't say a damn thing. They said, "I don't know," and just put it in different terms. Like, they just switched it all around.
Literally.
But then with her being black, it's like a black and white thing again. But because it wasn't like that with Biden. It wasn't like that with Biden and Trump. It was more of.
It kind of was, in a way.
Because he's a Democrat, it's more of always going to be like a low class. I don't know.
I remember when people was, I ain't gonna lie, it was definitely like a more black or white thing.
With Biden?
Yeah, with Biden and Trump. Because I remember how it was. It was more so like, if you're black, you vote for Trump, people won't, especially in our community, they're going to look at you sideways. Like, why are you voting for, that's kind of... that's a little weird or whatever. It's a little suspicious behavior. I think
people gonna vote for Kamala just because she's black and a woman, but it's not gonna be because of political views. It's more gonna be just how they view her outside. But I don't know. A part of me feel like if she becomes president, it's gonna be a lot of crimes. It's gonna be a lot of crimes committed because people. A lot of men don't like women being on top, and I'm just saying that now. Like, I just feel like there's gonna be a lot of hatred because a woman is a president, and then on top of that, a black woman is president. Like, I can just imagine, like, some of the small, like, all the Karens that be around and just be spurring up stuff in grocery stores and all that. Just imagine if she becomes president, it's going to be more. It's going to be like, oh, you think you good because your president's black? Like, come on now. Like, it's going to be some small, just nonsense for no reason, just because the president's black and a woman. It's going to be some hatred stuff just going on just because of that if she becomes president. I can already see it.